Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my online class. Before we start our lesson today, I will discuss some assignment from your friend. Because we don't have much time, let's take a look at Nayo's assignment. There is an interesting lesson in Nayo's assignment. I really appreciate your hard work in arranging assignment in your own words. I want to convey the ethics of writing. When you quote writing from other people, please include link source below. But Nayo's job is very good. Keep your good work, boy. This is Nayo's assignment. Since 2012, there has been a civil war in Rakhine state between the Muslim Rohingya and the Rakhine ethnic group. The Buddhists, this condition even more complicated after Myanmar government does not include the Rohingya in their census list, causing wave of the refugees from this group in various parts of South and Southeast Asia and some other trapped in refugees camp. You can imagine how depressing the Rohingya are. They are not recognized as citizens. We are luckier now. We celebrate our country's independence. So let's pray that they soon find a way out and freedom. Okay guys, today's topic is stratification and social mobility. I know that today's topics may bring up a number of questions from you, and I want to let you know that I will address as many as I can in this time we have today. Social class level is usually determined by a person's income. Why? Income can determine human quality. Because to be able to get a good quality lesson, we need money. Until finally, social class emerged in society to distinguish human quality. A social class is a set of concepts in the social science and political theory, constructed on model of social stratification which occur in a class society, in which people are grouped in a set of hierarchical social categories. There's a three kinds of famous social class that we know in society. Number one, upper class. They usually inherit a lot of money from their parents, so they don't need to work. Number two, middle class. Professional people like a teacher, social worker, doctor, and lawyer belong to this class. Number three, working class. Skilled or unskilled manual worker belong to this class. Social inequality necessary to people will be motivated to fill functionally important position. Why is social stratification made in society? Do you know why? Because the more important position in society must be filled by the more qualified people. To motivate the more qualified people to fill this position. Society must offer them greater reward. Because the more important position in society must be filled by the more qualified people. To motivate the more qualified people to fill this position, society must offer them greater reward. Are you willing if your country is led by people who are not qualified? Absolutely not. Can we change social status? Of course you can. For example, from rich people to poor people or poor people to rich people. This transfer of status in social science is called social mobility. So, what is social mobility? Social mobility is movement from one social class to another. Next is kind of social mobility. Number 1. Horizontal mobility. Horizontal mobility is movement from one position to another within the same social level, changing job without altering occupational status. For example, a used car salesman at the local Ford dealership quits and gains a new job as a used car salesman at the local Chevy dealership. Number 2 is vertical mobility. Vertical mobility is movement from one social level to a higher one or a lower one. For example, a local mayor runs for governor and wins election. Number 3, intergenerational mobility. Intergenerational mobility is movement within or between social class and occupation, the change occurring from one generation to the next. For example, my mother is a preschool teacher. I am a high school social study teacher. Next is factor that affecting social mobility. Number 1, inequality in wage or salary. For example, the wage of worker in cities are usually different from worker in the village. Number 2, the income gap between highly skilled worker and low skill or unskilled worker. For example, teacher salary with cleaning service salary are usually different. Number 3 is a technological change. As an example of a traditional farmer who cultivates land with a cow, the harvest is slower than those using tractor. Today, until here, we discuss our topic first, and now it's time for you to move. Okay, individual tasks. Number 1, find 5 of your neighbor who experience social mobility like our topic today. Number 2, briefly write down the social mobility process that happened to the person. Number 3, write down what factor caused them to experience social mobility and send your assignment to our class. And stay safe, stay healthy, and don't forget to pray. Mr. Yudono, Guru IPS School.